welcome to my kitchen. I'm Chris. This is my beautiful daughter Andrea visiting from out of state. She's going to help me cook today, and we're going to show you how to make animal fries. I don't know where you live, but if you live in a state that has In-N-Out Burger fast food restaurant, you may be aware that they have a special dish called animal fries. And it's a really cool dish of French fries with lots of different kinds of sauce and toppings on them. We're going to show you my version of making them homemade, and they're actually a little bit more nutritious because they're not fried, they're baked. So you begin with 3 to 5 regular baking potatoes, like russet potatoes. Rinse them really good under the cold water to get any dirt off of them because you leave the peel on them. And then you're going to prepare them for slicing into the French fry shape. So the way I do that is I slice off a little piece first of the potato so that I have a flat surface on which to put my potato. And that way it's really safe to cut up that way. So now that I have a flat surface, I'm going to curl my fingers under and just make some slabs like this, about 1/4 inch wide, but it doesn't have to be exact. Now this last little end piece of potato is too small for me to hold safely without cutting my fingers, so I'm just going to let that go down on the flat side and I'll deal with that later. So let me take a few of my slabs here, place them stacked on top of each other like this, and then I'm going to slice again in thin slices. See how they look like French fries now? After you're done, if there's any that seem too big, just make them smaller, make them thinner. And then take your end pieces and you can use those as well. After you've sliced up your 3 to 5 potatoes, put them in a bowl of cold water. I already have a couple of sliced potatoes soaking in cold water. The reason for this is that the cold water drains some of the starch out of the potatoes, which is nice for that, to be for the texture and for the taste. So there we go. So now my bowl of soaking French fries in water needs to be drained. So I'm going to take it over to the sink and put it in my colander. These are my drained potatoes in my colander, my bowl with holes in it. I let all that water drain out. I'm going to let a little bit more drain out, and then I'm going to pat them dry with paper towels. And next they're going to go in that Ziploc bag. So Andrea, can you get the Ziploc bag and hold it open for me? And just hold it right over here, and I'm going to use my hands to put those right in there. I'm going to pat them dry a little bit down in here. There we go. It's hard to believe 3 potatoes makes that many French fries, but it does. And now to that, I'm going to add some cooking oil. Vegetable oil or canola oil would be great. So 1 tablespoon. 1, 2, I'll go ahead and put a 3rd one in because we have so many potatoes. Okay, Andrea, just zip that up. Try to get like the air out of it, and then toss it around a few times so that the French fries all get coated with the oil. Yeah. Yeah, your hands can mush them around a little bit. Great. Okay, now go ahead and open it up and you can pour them onto here. This is just a baking sheet with parchment paper on top. Awesome. You spread them around a little bit. And these are going to bake for about 20 minutes at 450 degrees. Okay, while the fries are in the oven baking, we're going to start on some of the sauce ingredients. The sauce includes basically everything that you would put on a cheeseburger: ketchup, mustard, mayo, pickles, onion, and cheddar cheese. So for the basic part of the sauce, we're going to start with 1/2 cup of mayo. So let me just spoon that into my 1/2 cup. we go. Andrea, you want to just put that into the bowl, and then you can be stirring as I get the other ingredients ready. So 1/4 cup of yellow mustard. It's really good work for my hands. Help me squeeze it. There you go. Okay. And then since it's all going into the same place, I'm going to use the same measuring cup for my ketchup. Okay. There you go. And then the pickles. These are just regular dill pickles that you would take out of the jar and put on a hamburger. I have about 6 or 8 of them, and I'm going to dice them up. So I'll basically stack a few like this and cut through them in strips and cut through them again. I'll do the same here. Looks pretty good. And now those can go in. Okay, give that a final stir to combine, and then that part's done. And I'm going to get started on dicing up the onion that we're also going to fry in a little bit of oil. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off the stem end and discard that. Peel off some of the skin. And then I'm going to give myself a little flat portion on the bottom so my onion doesn't roll around. And I'm going to make some slices. It's really about all that I need. And then I'll slice through those again. And dice up any pieces that are still pretty big. So I'm going to take this over to the skillet and fry these in some hot oil. And in the meantime, we need some shredded cheddar. So can you go ahead and do that? This is a bar of sharp cheddar cheese. Just hold the shredder like this at the top and go on a downward motion like this on this side, and you'll have shredded cheese in there. She's left-handed. She does it the opposite way than how I do it. Okay, I'm going to fry up my onions now to top my animal fries with. So to do that, I'm going to put just enough oil in the bottom of my skillet to cover the bottom. It's around a tablespoon. And I'm going to put my burner on medium-high. Okay. And to that, I'm going to add my diced onions. And I want to break these apart into tiny little pieces while they're cooking. And I also want to get them cooked pretty well. I don't want them to still be hard and crunchy. I want them to be soft, kind of sweet, lightly browned. So I'll let these go actually for a few minutes so that they get to that point. Okay, my onions are lightly golden brown and they're nice and soft. They're done. I'm going to go ahead and turn off that burner, and they can just sit there until we're ready to build our animal fries. Our fries have been in the oven at 450 for about 20 minutes, so let's check and see if they're done. I see that they're golden brown, they look crispy, so let's go ahead and take those out. Close everything up, turn it off. And now I'm simply going to remove the fries from the baking sheet and put them in a big glass casserole dish. Of course, you could eat the fries just like this or dip them in ketchup. But we made ours specifically for animal fries. Okay, go ahead and salt those up. Just a little because they're getting a lot of other toppings. Okay, what goes on On top of the fries directly is the cheese. So you can just use your hands and put it all over the cheese. Looks great. And now the animal sauce on top of that. There we go. And finally, on top of all of that, our browned fried onions. Sprinkle those over the top. And there you have it, homemade animal fries. Should we try one? I'll try one. So good. Delicious. Hope you like this recipe. Visit me again in my kitchen.